Hey everyone. Okay, I'm going to start this exactly 1 minute and 13 seconds early, just so that I can, I don't know, fumble around and see what I can do. I'm not quite sure. Ah, yes, I am live. Excellent. So, Chris. My name is Chris, and I am your journalism lecturer. Now, this whole live stream thing is really, really new to me. I'm normally in the lecture theatre. Well, people will tell you, past pupils of mine will say, if you're 5 minutes late, you get to do a push-up. So, fortunately for all of you out there, there's no push-ups if you're late. I don't know. It's weird. I seem to be having a weird problem with my live stream. I don't know what's going on here, but if you are watching, then you'll see the comments over here, and I'm going to say something. Hi everyone. Now, just to start off, I'd like everyone to just put their name out there, say you're watching, and just say hi. It's kind of informal, an informal register, just so that I know that you're there. It's also kind of a requirement of the college, so yeah, if you can do that, if you're watching now, write your name, say I'm here, and if you've got any questions on any of the lectures that we do from now on, I will be watching the comments. So you can, hey, there we go, Kosi, excellent. You got the right idea there. Okay, so if you've got any questions about something, I'll be checking the comments. Hey. And I will answer while I'm lecturing. Okay, so yeah, this is great. I can see all of you guys here. So this is our first journalism lecture, and hey guys, it's great to see so many people just logging on and saying hi. And the thing is this, I know that a lot of you guys, when you registered, when you came to Boston Media House, you were like, I'm going to be the next DJ Fresh, or I'm going to be the next Londiwe Clele, or, you know, I want to do something with my life in TV or advertising or whatever. And so I get this a lot from first-year students. They say, well, why the hell should I study journalism? It's not glamorous. It's not what I want to do. I'm not interested at all. And really, I'm here to tell you that whatever field you go into in media, in fact, in your life, the ability to create, to gather information, verify it, check to make sure that it's correct, and then create a narrative out of it is invaluable. It's not just used in journalism. It's used all over the place in different fields. What is that even? Psychatic. Okay, cool. So, say you're a very famous radio DJ. You have to put together a show, right? You've got producers to help you to do that. But how are you going to put your show together? Are you going to just randomly lump a bunch of things together and then like bomb it online? No, you're not. Your show is going to flow. The show has to flow. It's the same as advertising when you're creating an advert. You can't just lump a bunch of random scenes together and expect people to buy what you're selling. No, you have to create a story. Same in TV, same in public relations. So whatever you do in this lecture, in this module, it will always be valuable to you, because the skills that you learn here can be used in the field. So just bear with me, okay? I know you guys probably don't want to do it, and that's fine. But if you don't want to do journalism, then make sure that you pass so you don't have to do it again. Okay. Okay, I'm still here. Cool. I don't know why this thing keeps on stopping. But, yeah, like I said, you're here. That's awesome. It's so good to see all of these people popping up online and going, hey, 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 I'm here. That's great. So I've got a couple of documents here. You've probably seen them online. If you haven't seen them online, please go to Cole Campus and open them. Some of this you've already seen or you will see. We've got my my email address there, and we've got my phone number there for WhatsApp. If you are one, please will you send me a message and ask me to add you to the WhatsApp group. If you are already on a WhatsApp group, please tell me which one you're on, because I have no clue which one is for, you know, what group. So, and I know that some of the students were on from last semester, even though they weren't doing Journ. It was very, very confusing when we started this whole thing. So if you can help me there, that would be really great, because I want to get a WhatsApp group going. All of the documents that we use, we're going to put onto the WhatsApp group as well as on Cole Campus. And then I'll also put a link to every lecture after the lecture. So you can access it from the group, or you can access it from Cole Campus if you need to. So, there, that's me. That's me. Yes, I am wearing the flag. I am a representative of the South African national team, and I've fought in world championships overseas. And I'm sure that I said that on my introductory video as well. It's just something that I'm incredibly proud of. And so I'm not going to sort of belabor the point, but this basically tells you exactly what I've just told you about it being useful and valuable in whatever area you go to in your life. Now, this section over here is your subject outline. I've really condensed it from the actual outline document, which is on Cole Campus if you need it. And this is from the subject curriculum statement. Again, I've condensed it a hell of a lot, but it basically tells you what to look forward to in this module. I've given you some idea of what we're going to be doing for the blended learning now, because this is a new format. We're all very unfamiliar with it. So, you know, I'm bumbling through it as well. I'm doing my best, and I'm trying my hardest for all of my students to make sure that you guys have all of the information that you need to pass. This is very important to me, and it's very important to you guys as well. So just ask the questions. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. I'm not going to bite anybody's head off for asking me a question, and there are no stupid questions in my class. Okay, just remember that. No stupid questions. Whatever it is, ask. You'll get the answer. So, for those of you who haven't used Cole Campus, oh, yes, there were a couple of housekeeping things that I needed to speak to you guys about. First of all, your Journ 1, there are 3 different Journ 1 modules here. One is related to the Bachelor of Broadcast Journalism course, and one is related to the diploma. They're all the same, so don't panic about that. They are all the same content, but I'm going to quickly go to this one here. Now, you'll see this. Okay, your assignments are on here. These are obviously from last semester. Because Journ 1 is a semesterized course and everyone has to do it, we have groups. So one group will do it in the first semester and one group will do it in the second semester. So the last group that did it, these are the assignments. Upcoming assignments you'll find for yourselves after next week, because we'll brief the first assessment next week, the F1. Okay. But yeah, don't look at files. Files is where everything goes, and if you have access to this tab here, it's really a pain in the ass to wade through, because it really is. It's like wading through the swamps of sadness to find all of the stuff. Don't go there. If you want to find the information for the week, modules. And here you are. The introductory video, I think it's just a link. And And that basically gives you an idea of what's going on. Welcome to journalism. There's another one. Welcome, welcome, all of these things. You've got your subject outline, which you can go through if you want to. And you've got your virtual class schedule. Now, on this class schedule, the timetable gives us 2 lectures on a Monday and a Tuesday and a Wednesday, I think. But we're going to just do 1 lecture per week. It's going to be streamed live. I'm going to check out all of your, let me just see if I've got any questions so far. Yes, okay, my WhatsApp number is on the document. I'll show it. I know the quality's bad. I don't know what's going on with my my streaming, but it should improve. I'm hoping that it's going to improve. Now, let's see. Okay. I'll put up my WhatsApp, so I'll give you guys all a chance to look at it just now. Just go back to this. So, Introduction to Journalism is this week's subject. We do each subject for 1 week, and we have a revision period for the week before the assessments are due, just to consolidate all of the stuff that you've done. So this week is Introduction to Journ. In the Introduction to Journ, we've also got the newsroom, which I'm going to take you through just now. Next week, we'll be doing ethics in journalism, doing news values and newsworthiness. So you've got 3 weeks worth of work right up, straight up front, before you look at anything else. And that you'll find in modules. Your quizzes, I think there's one quizzes you can also find, hopefully, there. Okay. Not for marks. It's 10 questions, multiple choice. And you don't have to stress about it. Just do it once you've finished all of the content that you've covered for the week to check to see if you know what you're doing. You check for questions. Yeah, it's really Swamps of Sadness. I'm impressed that you recognize that. Neverending Story is a really, really old movie, but yeah, that scene sometimes it just, yeah, it comes back to me when he's wading through the swamps of sadness and he's trying really hard to be happy while he's doing it. Anyway, where are we? Okay, so these are basic Law Campus. You're going to look at announcements. If there's anything that you need to know about, it's going to be on announcements. I'm really sort of hoping that you guys already know how to use Call Campus, but if you don't, this is for those of you who aren't really familiar with it. And then you'll look at assignments. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of this again. Assignments and quizzes and modules. Those are really the ones that you want to look at all the time. Okay, so from there, in the textbooks we got, which one are we using for journalism? Because none clearly states it's for journalism. Okay, that's a good point, Tokyo, because they've actually just recently changed the textbook. The one that you're using this year is called Dynamics of News Reporting and Writing, Foundational Skills for a Digital Age by Vincent F. Filak. Okay, and that's me brushing the ash off my book. So, the one that we used last year, Ansel, you can still reference it. You know, if you've got that book, you can still reference it because it is still a valid source of information. It's not like you can't reference it, but some of the stuff that, some of the content that we're going to cover comes from Filak, and it doesn't come from Ansel. So, just, oh, the lives keep stopping. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here. I think it might actually be my, go live. Okay. Okay, I'm back again. I'm sorry, guys. I know that this is frustrating for you. I'm not quite sure why it keeps on cutting in and out like this, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to the book. Make sure that you've got the FELAC book. If you don't, then please contact your principal, your campus principal, to find out how you can get it. Okay. You can use the Ansel book as well. Now, yes, it is. It's general knowledge. Guys, I'm just going to try and see if I can't do something here to improve the streaming, because it looks like it's carrying on and then it's stopping and carrying on and stopping. And I don't really know what to do. Okay, there we go. That looks like it's better, and I have a feeling that it'll probably be a little bit better now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm also trying to work this out, so it will improve with time. I promise you, this will improve with time. Oh, okay. What else? Yeah, I spoke about the WhatsApp group. Okay, again, there is my number. 084, take this down, 084 245 8. Now the whole world knows what it is. Yay. And my email address is Christam, CHRISTAM for Mary, @ there. Cool. Everybody got that? Cool. Let's see. Yes, Dogozo, you can view the live later if you want to. If you are late, then you can still see it. You can just go into the video and click and it'll play. Okay, what else? Okay, just go back to this thing here. Oh, so this is how your assessment breakdown looks. We've got your F1 and or your F1 SUP, which is worth 40%. And then you've got your S1 and or your S1 SUP, which is worth 60%. Okay, hold on. Let me type it. 084258218. There. There we go. What? I didn't finish telling you my tens. Tens? I'm not quite sure what you mean there. Anyway, I've put my number there. So there's that, and then that. Okay, don't complain until you've actually done it, because sometimes things work out just fine. I mean, the 40% for the F1 gives you a chance to stuff it up and then recover with the S1, because it's weighted heavily towards the end. So don't panic. You are given a chance to improve your mark. If you fail on the F1, then you can do the SUP, and if you fail on the summative, then you can do the SUP. And there is nothing, listen carefully, guys. Let me make sure that this is properly live now. Hold on. Okay. Let's just wait until this goes nicely. There is nothing stopping you from sending me your draft to review before the assessment is due. Got that? It's called Boxing Clever. Okay. Everybody got that? Now, what else are we looking at? There was one thing that I wanted to tell you. Oh yeah, we're going to do the briefing next week. And so make sure that you are here. And I will put the briefing up on the WhatsApp group as well. Okay. So everything that is sort of going on online on the streaming, the link, the documents that we're referring to, and also the briefing and everything else will be, and it'll be available on Cole Campus as well. Okay. Now, cool. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I know that this live stream thing is not working too well right now. Like I said, I will try and make it better on my side. You just have to be patient. Atlanta, I don't know if there is a part of, well, I think that we will return to campus at some point because we have campuses and lecture rooms for a reason. But with the way that the plague is going at the moment, I can't see that it's going to happen anytime soon, like anytime this year at all. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about that. But to be honest, that's what I think. Cool, you guys are back. So, so we can hand in 30 times before the actual review. Okay, I think you might be pushing it if you hand in something 30 times to me. If you take 30 times to improve it to the point where you're going to pass, then you're doing something wrong. But you can hand in multiple times, not hand in, but just send it in to me for review. Okay, and I'll tell you where you're in danger of getting the plagiarism penalty, and also if you are not really getting it at all, then I'll tell you about that. So I think that we've finished with the housekeeping. Let's look at the newsroom. I'm going to try and make these live streams as short as possible so that for your sake we don't go through data like biscuits. If you're going to comment, then like say something. Don't just wow you're okay. Remember that if you're going to be handing in something for a review, I'm going to be the one reviewing it. Oh, yes, we've got another lecturer as well. Her name is Karina. She's brand new. She's super, super enthusiastic. She's not a jaded, cynical cow like me. So I will probably put her, I'll get her permission first, obviously. But I'll probably put her details up on the WhatsApp group as well. Okay. Okay. And basically it gives you all of the information that you need to start off with. It's an introduction to what's going on. And this is how we're going to sort of structure our documents. You've got an introduction and it explains how things work. And then it'll give you videos to watch. Okay, so you've got your YouTube videos here. And then it gives you the reading that you need to do. Okay. And make sure it doesn't go from front to back in the book. Oh, okay, yeah, she is brand new. She's brand new. She's like, you know, she's just arrived. Okay, guys, I realize that you guys are enjoying commenting and stuff, but try and keep it to questions, because every time you comment about something, then I have to respond because, yeah, you guys are laughing. So let's can we try and keep it to can we try and keep it to questions? So yeah, we've got jargon that you need to familiarize yourself with, and then what I've suggested is that you do a Google search every day, like this. You type in the words News South Africa, okay? Yes, you can find all of these documents on Call Campus, and what we're doing today is we're basically going through the newsroom. No, we're not on chapter anything right now. It's the first lecture. Let's just start off slow, okay? So the idea is that you take a look at the news. You look at the headlines, and whatever interests you, you click on it and you take a look. So this is actually a really interesting article. It's featured in a lot of different news websites. Okay, so you can see it's a Reuters article. Reuters is an agency. It's a news agency. They have a whole bunch of different journalists that go out and get news all over the world, and then they send it back to Reuters, and Reuters sends or they sell subscriptions to the different news websites, and every day they send them a selection of articles to look through, and those news websites can choose to publish one or two or even all of the selection that they send every day. So it's like you go to a hotel and you pay for the buffet, and then you get to choose, you know, from all of the different dishes that are sitting on the tables. You can choose to have all of them, or you can just have one, or, you know, it depends on your news site, or it depends on your appetite, really. So that's what Reuters is, and there are a couple of different press agencies out there like that. Their sole purpose is to get the news and then sell it to other sites. Like this one, for example, is called moneyweb.co.za, and as you can guess, it's all about money, finance, the economy. And in that, of course, we've got this article, South Africa outbreak should be wake-up call for continent. And that's the World Health Organization. Who? The World Health Organization. Ha ha ha, that's a joke. So, yes, Khomotso, the content will be available on Call Campus. Anyway, so you go through these things and you take a look and you go, okay, I want that one. And you basically go through and you see, read whatever you want. But take note of how the news is presented. The more news you read, the more familiar you become with news writing conventions. And that's something that you build up with time. It's not something that you just learn. But what I wanted to say to you guys was with these documents that we're going to be putting on Call Campus, like this one, the newsroom, it gives you all of the stuff that you need to do for the week. Okay? So, yes, this is an introductory lecture, which means that there's not too much content in this one for this week. But you are going to need to then cover the content for next week before the lecture, so that when I am lecturing you live stream, we'll go through all of the practical examples, and then you can ask the questions, having actually done the work and knowing what questions to ask, instead of going, oh no, I don't even know what she's talking about, you know. So yeah, you do need to access these things before the lecture. Cool? Before the lecture. Oh, good question. So, yes, Zweli, sponsored content is not real journalism. Sponsored content is something that you cover in, or something that we cover in journalism too, and it's called brand journalism. It is when a company writes its own news articles and then it pays for a spot on a news site or in a newspaper? It's a very good question, and unfortunately I'm not going to go into that in Journ 1, but I can show you when we do have it. And let's see, I think Business Tech might have some pretty good sponsored content articles. Let's just see. Okay, so you see on the right here, we've got recommended articles, and these are all Business Tech articles. They are news articles of some kind. And then we've got partner content. Okay, partner content. Deloitte, and this is a partner. In other words, Deloitte has partnered with Business Tech to promote themselves through this article. It's not fake. It's not fake news. It's not fictitious, but it is a news article that portrays Deloitte in the best light that it can, and that's why it's called partner. Okay, let's look at another one. Okay, societal evolution for the fourth, and oh God, if I hear those words anymore. And then of course Samsung aircons. So those, I don't even know who this is, but if it's sponsored content, then it's going to be University of Joburg. There we go. So, and this is why they've written this. They've written this article to promote their UJ Cloud debate taking place on the 5th of August. Okay. So, there you go. That's what it is. This article was published in partnership with University of Joburg. Now, sometimes it'll be sponsored, sometimes it'll be, sometimes it'll be paid for, and sometimes it won't. But most of the time, sponsored content is it's not real journalism ever. The next live class, we will be having classes every week on a Tuesday at 12:30, and everybody cries. The thing is, the beautiful thing about live stream is that I can't make you do push-ups if you arrive late, and also if you arrive late, you can just start watching it from the beginning and finish it at the end. It's not a train smash if you don't make it on time. It just means that you have to ask your questions directly to me via WhatsApp or via email, as opposed to in real time. So, yeah, that's really the only drawback. But if you arrive late, make sure that you have a pen and paper and make note of your questions while you're listening to the lecture, and then send them to me and I'll answer them. The thing about